And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, back again here on a Wednesday night for the BAM Racing Videos Late Model Series. Tonight we are taking on Southern National Speedway for 100 laps. It's going to be classic crooked line short track racing here tonight on a Wednesday night. It's good to be back in the booth. Voice is still not 100%. We're going to try and push through tonight and then take the next couple of days to rest up. We're going to be live Friday night as always for Front Row Esports. So be sure to tune in for that one. Tonight, fastest times at the top of your screen as always, ladies and gentlemen. And right now we're looking at the fastest driver on the track. That's Chris Carroll in the number 97. About 2.5 minutes left in practice before these guys jump into qualifying. Going to be 5 minutes of qualifying, 2 laps here. Who's going to put it on the pole? Who are you going for tonight, ladies and gentlemen? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting word from Race Control right now. It's time to head down trackside for pre-race ceremony. So if you could please rise and remove your hats for tonight's National Anthem. And thank you very much, Joshua Rutherford, for a great rendition of our National Anthem. Everybody go check out Mullet Music Productions on YouTube. And be sure to give Josh a subscription over there. First driver out on track is going to be Kyle Wildman Wellman. And I tell you what, that 42 machine has been looking good in the other series. I want to see what he can do here on a Wednesday night. He's going to take the green flag here for his qualifying run down into turns 1 and 2. He's going to get loose and loop it around on his first lap. So Wellman's going to have to do something special on that second one to get a good starting position here tonight. Aaron Raymond in the 68 is out on track. He is coming to take the green flag right now down into turns 1 and 2. Chris Sawyer in the number 51 goes top of the board right now with a 14.93. As I say that, 68 of Aaron Raymond is going to go top of the board with a 14.77. And as I say that, old Derek Stanley going top of the board, quick time with a 14.72. Larry Bell coming out. He is 5th on the board right now on his second lap, about to complete it. 15.12 for the 43 of Larry Bell. Tanner Marr is coming out onto the racetrack in the number 4 machine. So timing showing me 8 minutes. Normally they do 5. Or I'm sorry, normally they do, normally they do 5 minutes, not 10. So qualifying may run a little bit longer here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Tanner Marr goes 4th fastest on the board. And I apologize again, my voice is still coming back to me, so I am gonna be talking a little softer than I normally do. But thank you all for coming out and tuning in on a Wednesday night here on TrueSimProductions. We greatly appreciate it. Tanner Marr, 4th on the board right now. Waiting to see if any other drivers are out on track. How about the 53 of Scott Smith out there for Side Bite Motorsports? Going to go 8th quickest with a 16.29 first lap. Brian Zimmerman out on track right now as well. Just took the green flag. Scott Smith looks like he's struggling in that race car. Brian Zimmerman on lap 1 right here in qualifying. Let's see what the 28 can do. Zimmerman's been competitive in all the other series. As I say that, top of the board for the number 28. Quick time of 14.69, but he's going to loop it coming out of turn 2 and bounce it off the outside retaining wall. It's going to invalidate his second lap time. So Brian Zimmerman's going to have to settle with a 14.69. Zach Murphy in the number 29. Out on track right now. Currently 6th. Tap the wall right there. Looks like he did take both laps. Good enough for 6th position for the number 29, 14.85. Tyler Johnson in the number 5 is out on track right now. On his second lap, 15.07 for lap 1. See what he does here for lap 2. So it appears that everybody who has, or who wanted to take a time, has taken a time. With qualifying being a little bit, it's a little longer, we're going to go ahead and take a commercial break. Shout out to sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Shut up and sit down.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back live, and apparently we're going to skip through qualifying and get these guys gridded up. Go ahead and get through that grid. Brian Zimmerman's going to be on the pole here this evening, with Derek Stanley to his outside in second. Aaron Raymond's going to be starting third with Kyle Wildman Wellman starting in fourth. Tanner Marr's going to be starting in fifth with Zach Murphy to his outside in sixth. Chris Sawyer is going to be starting in seventh with Cortland Herman starting in eighth. Mitchell Muma in the number 98. He's going to be starting ninth with Tyler Johnson to his outside in 10th. Larry Bell's going to be starting 11th with Scott Smith starting 12th. Chris Carroll, last race winner, has to go to the rear of the field. Going to be starting 13th with Brandon Mettler starting 14th. Dominic, not even going to attempt that last name. You can DM me a pronunciation later if you'd like. But Dominic's going to be starting in the 15th position with Thomas Bergeron in 16th. And Thomas is actually going to be rounding out the field tonight here, ladies and gentlemen. So actually, Dominic and Thomas, two drivers not taking the grid. So 14 drivers are going to be rolling off here tonight at Southern National. Pace car is going to be coming down pit road, this time by Flagman in control of the first start. Brian Zimmerman fires them off, and we are underway here tonight at Southern National. 100 laps are going to go down into turns 1 and 2. It's going to be side by side pretty much back through the whole entire field. Brian Zimmerman's going to, oh, there's going to be a wreck coming off the corner. We're going to be under our first caution of the night. We're going to have to go back and see who that was. There's a lot going on right there. I think it started around Tanner Marr somewhere. Let's go see what happened. So it looks like Tanner comes up into Zach. I don't know, let's get another look at that. It looks like the 4-car Tanner, he comes up. But the 51 kind of leaves no room for the 91 either. I don't know, a lot going on with that one, ladies and gentlemen. A lot going on with that one. As always, we let the chat decide who's at fault. So Aaron Raymond was your race leader. Brian Zimmerman coming down pit road. Gutsy call. Same with Chris Carroll, Chris Sawyer, Brandon Mettler, all coming down pit road here on lap 2. Kyle Wellman is another driver on pit road right now. So let's see here. I'll name all the guys that came down pits here. Brian Zimmerman, Chris Carroll, Chris Sawyer, Aaron Raymond, Brandon Mettler, Kyle Wellman, Scott Smith. So that actually hands the race lead over to Derek Stanley with Tanner Marr to his outside here for this restart. We're going to re-rack him, restack him, and fire him off one more time here. Lap 5 of 100. Out of turn number 4, Derek's going to fire him off, and we're back underway. So it looks like the 91 got a pretty good restart there. He's on the top side of Zach Murphy right now, looking for the 3rd position. Murphy's trying to hold on to it back here. Tanner Marr running 2nd. Derek Stanley holding on to 3rd. The 91's going to go around. Everybody trying to avoid him. Saw it happen live, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go ahead and get you a replay on it. Down into the corner, I think he just overdrives it a little bit and then just loses it. Everybody doing a good job getting around him. So we're under caution number 2 here of the evening. Derek Stanley still your race leader. All right, so lap 10 here. Pace car lights are still on. We had a couple guys come down pit road. One of those being the 43 of Larry Bell, now showing 1 lap down. Nobody else deciding to come down pit road, though. Lap 10 here at Southern National, coming to take lap 11. Looks like the pace car lights are going to shut off. We're going to be going green this time by. Field in the hands of Derek Stanley, coming out of turn number 4. Fires them off, and we're back underway. Lap 12 of 100 here at Southern National. Down into 1 and 2, they're going to be side by side. Looks like Tanner Marr's got the advantage on the high side coming off the corner. Tanner Marr to the race lead. So that puts Stanley back to second. Brian Zimmerman, one of those drivers who pit on that first caution, has now found his way up inside the top 5, ripping the outside lane here, looking for third, trying to take second as well. Looks like Stanley's going to slot in front of him there, kind of take his line away. Zimmerman fighting hard on that outside lane, trying to make it work, trying to get around Zach Murphy, trying to have a good enough run to hang on that right rear quarter panel on the number 76. Everybody's setting some pretty good lap times right now. Tanner Marr set his personal best last time by, 14.93. We take lap 15 of 100. Side by side back here with Aaron Raymond and Zach Murphy, almost a little bit of contact. 91 is in the wall. We have one going around way in the back there. I'm not sure who that was. I think, yeah, the 51 of Chris Sawyer. Let's go back and see what happened. Just goes through the center of the corner a little too hard. Noses it on the inside wall as well. So just a classic case of looping it here at Southern National. So Tanner Marr still your race leader. Brian Zimmerman now up to second. Now all those guys who didn't pit before just came down pit road right now. All right, we're going to go double file once again here on lap 19. Taking the green flag here on lap 20. I say again, I don't know what's going on there. I could have swore the pace lights went off. Maybe I'm seeing things, ladies and gentlemen, not sure. All right, they're going off this time. All right, now we're going to re-rack them, restack them, and try one more time here at Southern National. Tanner Marr is in control of this restart. Pace car is going to head down pit road. Out of turn number 4, fires them off. We're back underway. Lap 21 of 100 here at Southern National. Tanner's got a good start, so does Brian Zimmerman. How about Aaron Raymond going into turns 1 and 2? He's going to go to the bottom side of the racetrack. He's going to try and hang on Zimmerman, but we're going to have a wreck in the back. Tyler Johnson and the 51 of Chris Sawyer. Looks like they're having some issues here. Looks like Chris Carroll might have been involved with that one. Zach Murphy as well. Scott Smith. Let's go back. See what happened. Oh, the 29 just gets into the back of, looks like the number 5 right there. Just turns him. Sends him around. Back under caution once again here. We're coming to take a lap 24. All right, the pace car lights are off. We're going to go back under the green flag this time by. Going to go single file restart this time. Field in the hands of Tanner Marr. Out of turn 4 once again, fires them off. We're back underway. Down into 1 and 2. Kyle Wildman Wellman back there has a good run on the number 91. They're going to make contact going down the back straightaway. 91's going to go up the racetrack a little bit. Wellman's going to get around and take over that 5th spot. How about Brandon Mettler in the number 15? He's up 10 positions since the start of this race. Now sitting in the 4th position. Number 15 of Mettler having a good run. Aaron Raymond found his way around Brian Zimmerman. Just ran the fastest lap of the race as well, 14.84. Trying to run down race leader Tanner Marr and get around him. Lap 28 of 100 here at Southern National. Go on board with Aaron Raymond. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I switched to Tanner just to make sure that the paints were working on the cars down there for the overlay. On board with Aaron Raymond, you see the line he's taking here going down into the corner. He's right down on that white line. Tanner is about a tire width up off of it. So I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an advantage with Tanner. He can have a little bit more momentum coming out of the corner. But Aaron Raymond all over that back bumper. Lap 33 of 100. Raymond trying to get around Tanner Marr. Let's go back a little bit further. We see Brian Zimmerman and Mettler now fighting for position. Mettler trying to get around Zimmerman to get that 3rd position. Now Kyle Wellman got around the 91. And he's been catching these guys ever since. He's running some pretty consistent lap times right now. If we take a look at the timing and scoring, he is on pace with the leaders. Mitchell Muma back there in the number 98. Hanging on to the 6th spot. Oh, Mitchell. Oh, he got loose right there. Caught that live. Great catch by the number 98. Was able to hang on to it and keeps rolling. Chris Carroll up 6 spots since the start of this race. It's back there in 7th. Zach Murphy holding on to the 8th position. Derek Stanley right behind him in 9th. Larry Bell is back in the 10th position. Cortland Herman right behind him in 11th. And Chris Sawyer trying to bounce back after that self-spin and getting involved in that 1 caution as well. Derek Stanley on pit road. Derek Stanley has issues. I don't know if we might be able to see what happened to Derek Stanley or not. Let's see what happened. That's on a restart. So that's not what we're looking for at all. Problems for the 76. Back up to the front of the field. Tanner Marr still holds on to it. Coming to take lap 40 of 100. As I say that, the number 68 is going to take a peek to the inside, going down to 3 and 4. He's got a good run here. Tanner Marr is going to try and fight hard on the outside. Tanner Marr with the momentum, he's going to try and pinch him down here in 3 and 4. Great battle for the lead right now. You can throw a blanket over your top four, ladies and gentlemen, as the caution flag flies. It's going to give the race lead to Tanner Marr. He's going to be able to control the next restart. Let's go back and see what happened. 91 just getting into the 43 and turning him around. Let's take one more look at it. '91 getting Larry Bell in the left rear right there. Now Tanner Marr comes on pit road. So, is this a strategy, ladies and gentlemen? Is Tanner Marr going to take two right side tires? What's he going to do here? We're going to keep a camera on him. So you saw it there. The right side of the car did go up. Two right side tires for the number 4 of Tanner Marr. Probably a good call. Now he's going to have the freshest tires out of everybody here as we're pretty much halfway in this race. All right, pace car lights are off. Aaron Raymond now going to be in control. Out of turn number 4. Green flag is back out in the air. Going to go down into turns 1 and 2 once again, and Aaron Raymond's going to clear the 28 of Brian Zimmerman. Brian Zimmerman trying to hold on to second, and he does as we go down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Brandon Mettler under fire from the 42 of Kyle Wildman Wellman right now, but Chris Carroll trying to take a peek to the inside of that number 42 car. Chris Carroll now up 8 spots since the start of this race. Brandon Mettler also up a lot of positions so far, 11 as it shows on the timing and scoring right now. Brian Zimmerman is all over the back bumper of that number 68 machine as we come out of turn number 2. And the caution flag is going to fly once again. Looks like Derek Stanley and maybe Tyler Johnson. The 2 involved. Oh, yeah, they're 3 wide coming off the corner. And I don't think the 5 car got that call. We're going to take another look at it as we come off the corner. Yeah, it just looks like the 5 car spotter did not let him know that he was 3 wide coming off the corner. We're going to be back under the yellow flag once again here at Southern National. So Chris Carroll has come down pit road right now, ladies and gentlemen. He's taking his 2 right side tires. Now I believe Chris Carroll has the freshest tires of the bunch right now. But he's going to have to work his way back up through the field, and that could be a challenge here with under 50 laps to go. Lights are going to go off. Aaron Raymond's going to fire them off one more time here tonight. Going to be about 45, 46 laps to go when they take the green flag. Fires him off one more time, and he got clear Brian Zimmerman. Zimmerman got clear of Mettler, but Mettler gave him a pretty good shot going into the corner. Now he's going to be side by side with Kyle Wildman Wellman here in 3 and 4. Wellman trying to take over that third position. Oh, I heard that one in the background, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure who that was. Looks like the 91. Few drivers involved with this one. Oh my goodness, Mitchell Newman and Larry Bell is what started that. Okay, so the 91 getting contact after the fact. Same with a couple of these other guys. Oh, the 40. Oh my goodness. Can we get another shot of that? Watch this coming out of the corner, ladies and gentlemen. The 98 just comes up. Takes out 43 and, I mean, wow. I want to say, let's just, one more time, just to be sure. Yeah, I mean, it looks like he was just expecting the 43 to be higher up off the corner, and I mean, rightfully so. But the 43 also doesn't have to go all the way to the wall either. So it's a double-edged sword kind of thing, ladies and gentlemen. So Aaron Raymond still holds on to the race lead. Brian Zimmerman runs second. Mettler's going to be third. And big shout out to Brandon Mettler. He's the owner of BAM Racing Videos. So be sure to go check them out on YouTube and subscribe to them. Makes great racing videos. All right, the lights are going to go off one more time. Aaron Raymond's going to fire him off out of turn number 4. Going to be under 40 laps to go. Out of turn number 4, he fires him off, and we're back underway. 38 laps to go here at Southern National. So Zimmerman actually got a really good start this time as well. And he's trying to hang on to that right rear quarter panel, and he does. We're going to be side by side for the lead as we go down into turns 3 and 4. Zimmerman might have stepped out just a little bit there. Could have heated those rear tires up. Might hurt him in the long run. I don't know, but he's trying to get this pass done on the high side and doing a good job of it. Scrapes the wall just a little bit there as we go down the back straightaway. Brandon Mettler trying to hold on to third, while Kyle Wildman Wellman holds on to the 4th spot up top. It is a dogfight up here for the lead, ladies and gentlemen, but we're going to be back under the caution flag. Tanner Martin, Zach Murphy, I think, was involved with this one. Chris Carroll. Ooh, Chris Carroll. So let's go back and take another look at it. I mean, Chris Carroll pushing it 3 wide. I mean, he's there, but barely. And that's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. We just said it. He came down, he got them tires. He was ready to go. He had to make his way back up through the field if he wants to win this thing. And I don't know if that was just a little impatience or what that was. Unfortunately, Tanner Marr on the receiving end of it probably had no idea where it came from, to be honest. But we're back under the yellow flag, and it's showing Brian Zimmerman, our race leader. Aaron Raymond came down pit road. Now it's showing a 14-second pit stop. Now, I don't know if that's fuel in all 4 tires or if that's just fuel, but Raymond now sits back in the 10th position, which gave the lead over to Brian Zimmerman. Brandon Mettler holds on to second. Mettler up 12 spots since the start of this race. Old Wild Man back there in third. Chris Carroll now up to fourth. A few of these cars have a little bit of damage. Chris Carroll being one of them on the front end. So we're going to double file back up. We're going to get ready to go one more time here. Out of turn number 4, green flag back out in the air. 31 laps to go here at Southern National. Wellman's going to go to the bottom side of the racetrack. Take a peek under Brandon Mettler, trying to take over second. And Chris Carroll right behind him. Now Chris Carroll trying, he thought better of it that time. He wanted to go 3 wide right there, ladies and gentlemen. We know he did. He's got them tires and he wants to go. Wellman still side by side with Mettler right now. Can Wellman clear him going down into 1? It looks like he's going to. Now Mettler has to work with Chris Carroll on his inside. Ooh, Carroll stepped out the rear end just a little bit there as we cross the line. All this racing is allowing Brian Zimmerman to extend his lead right now. It's out to about 0.6 of a second. Carroll holds on to third, Kyle Wellman in second. And again, ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize for the way my voice sounds. Trying to get it back to 100%, but it is difficult. Hopefully in the next few days or so, we should be back to normal. "26 laps to go. Carroll all over the back bumper of Wildman. Fastest lap of the race last time by was actually the 68 of Aaron Raymond. Raymond is coming now up into 5th position as he works his way around the 91 of Cortland Herman. Brian Zimmerman holds on to first. Wellman is just making sure he stays in front of that number 97, and Chris Carroll trying to do everything he can to get around him right on the back bumper of the 42. Takes a peek down the back straightaway, but doesn't make a move. Out of turn number 4, it's going to be 23 laps to go as Chris Carroll has a run here down the front straightaway, takes a peek to the inside. We're going to be side by side for second place right now. Wellman's going to pinch him down off the corner, trying to hold on to second. Don't sound too bad at all. I see you out there, Ty. Oh, Wellman's going to step out. He gets loose. I don't know if him and Carroll make contact, but 42 gets loose. Now under fire from the 68 of Aaron Raymond. They're going to make contact, 68 and a 15. Raymond is trying to get back up to the front, ladies and gentlemen. He's got to get around that 42 car. We know that Raymond has fresher tires. He's going to take a peek to the inside. Trying to take over 3rd position right now. Chris Carroll, I believe, is running down our race leader right now. Watching the battle for 3rd between the 42 and the 68. Wellman is trying very hard to stay on him on that outside lane, but I just don't think he's going to be able to do it. No. Tries to stay on the right rear quarter panel, but the 68 is going to clear him coming off turn number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to TrueSimProductions on a Wednesday night. Be sure to hit that like button, and if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. And also, go check us out on Twitch. We're also on Twitter and Facebook, so go check out all of our social media pages. And give us a like, a follow, all that fun stuff. 17 laps to go. Brian Zimmerman your race leader. Chris Carroll running him down. Gap is about 0.4 of a second right now. $15 laps to go, and that gap is still shrinking. Chris Carroll trying to run down Brian Zimmerman. Mike, I see you out in the chat over on Twitch. Thank you for tuning in. Greatly appreciate that. I don't know if Zimmerman found something, but he gained a whole 10th on Carroll that lap. And I do want to point out, ladies and gentlemen, that 28 car has older tires than the 97, so maybe fresher tires wasn't the way to go. As you see, even Aaron Raymond is trying to run these guys down as well, and Aaron Raymond has the better tires out of the top two guys. Out of turn 4. 11 laps to go this time by for Brian Zimmerman. Gap shrunk just a little bit, down to 0.4 of a second right now. Looked like Zimmy might have stepped the rear end out just a little bit. He lost a whole nother 10th right there to Chris Carroll, now down to 0.3. 10 laps to go. This time by it's going to be 9. Can Brian Zimmerman hold on and take home another win here in Crooked Line? Don't count out that number 68 as well. He's been fast all night long. He is now caught up to Chris Carroll. Carroll's going to step out a little bit. Raymond's going to take a peek to the inside. Not going to be able to get there. Carroll shuts the door on him. 8 laps to go. Raymond has a good run out of the corner, but Carroll just seems to rotate the middle a little bit better. You see the gap shrink right there, but coming off. Yeah, Raymond has it in 1 and 2, but in 3 and 4, Carroll seems to have the exit figured out a little bit better right now. .68 all over the back bumper of Chris Carroll. Carroll's going to step out a little bit again. Raymond's got to run to the inside, 5 laps to go. Brian Zimmerman wants to see this in his rearview mirror. This is going to allow him to gap him just a little bit. Out of turn 4, side by side for second. Zimmerman still pulling away. Raymond's got to clear Carroll. Carroll is not going to give up with his teammate leading the race. We know Carroll wants that second position. Might have to settle for a third here this evening. So I think Raymond might be able to clear him here. Coming off of 4, he does. 2 laps to go. I don't think he has enough time to catch Brian Zimmerman. He was able to get a pretty decent lead while those two were battling. As now Brian Zimmerman comes out of turn number 4. It's going to be white flag in the air for the number 28. Brian Zimmerman showed he had speed all night long. He's on older tires right now. Last pit on lap 2, going to come out of turn number 4 and give Brian Zimmerman the race win here tonight at Southern National. Congratulations to Brian Zimmerman as he burns it down going down the front stretch. I know he loves to win these races. These drivers are going to have to go through a post-race inspection, ladies and gentlemen. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break. And when we return, post-race interviews. Stick around. With the whole shot. Burrows gets wadded up right there. We got a nasty one.
3 laps here. We're underway here at Horsepower Bar.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back live, and we're catching up with our third-place finisher, Chris Carroll, in the number 97. Thought he had a run there on Brian Zimmerman, had a little bit better tires. Chris ended up losing another spot to Aaron Raymond there. Kind of walk me through those closing laps.
And I didn't want to leave it too late to take tires. I wanted to see if I could get to Zim, and maybe he took him a little too early there because it looked like Aaron took him after me and got up through there, but it was really hard to pass in the pack, and once it got spread out, I think the tires showed up. But I mean, I would have got to Zimmy. I wouldn't have got around him. I could feel myself just sneaking up on him, but I wouldn't have got. I would have finished second either way. I was just trying really hard to defend my spot there, Sam.
So we know that you and Zimmerman are teammates, Pit Lizard Performance, right? So
Yes, sir.
When we were watching that battle with you and Aaron Raymond, I mean, were you kind of making sure that he wasn't going to be able to catch Brian there, or?
No, I was fighting for my spot, man.
All right.
His tires were better than ours, and he got his nose up under there, and I pinched him once, and I wasn't going to pinch him again. I know what happens if you pinch him twice, so he got up under there, and I was mightily trying to defend my spot there. Me and Aaron are in a pretty tight points battle, so every point matters. And I mean, it probably is a bonus that, you know, Zim got a lead and he's my teammate, but I was just trying to fight for my spot, man.
Yeah, because when you guys were battling each other there for second, that's what allowed Zimmy to kind of pull away. I had to ask, but, you know. Hey,
yeah, that was just a product of fighting for my spot, man. I was fighting hard up there.
Well, hey, you come home in third tonight. Like you said, you're in a tight points battle with Aaron Raymond right now for this series. We normally see you up in the front. What's your plan of attack going forward for the rest of the season?
Just trying to get good finishes. I had a pedal problem. One of my wires went bad just before the green flag, and I barely got them put back together before we went green there, so I didn't get to qualify, and had troubles at the back there, but that's racing, right? But I think just get good finishes, Sam. I think, you know, just try and put yourself in positions to win, and the points work themselves out. I think you know, if you're trying too hard to get points and you're thinking too much about it, you know, there's a time and a place to think about points and a time and a place to go racing for them. So I think, you know, thinking too hard about it, you end up messing yourself up.
Well, hey, man, like I said, third place tonight. Who we got a shout out on 97?
Always got to thank you guys here at TSP and Tanner Marr working so hard to put this stuff on for us. And got to thank USAFirearms.com and Brian Zimmerman and all the Pit Lizard boys and Gotta thank all my friends and family for watching. My folks are out there are always watching too, so I gotta thank everybody that supports me and everybody that makes this series a good deal, man. We've been having some cautions lately, and I've caused a few just like everyone else, but trying to clean that up and just thank everybody that supports us here.
All right, man. Well, hey, congratulations on third place, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, sir.
That was Chris Carroll, your third place finisher. And now we got to talk to the driver who got around Chris to take home that second position. And that would be the number 68 of Aaron Raymond coming home in second position tonight. Had to put up a pretty good battle there with Chris Carroll there, Aaron. And do you think if you would have got around him quicker, you might have been able to take home this win tonight?
Yeah, I think if I had like 5 more laps, I could have, or if we got a yellow, I definitely would have got it.
Now, was your original plan to take tires that late in the race, or was it kind of just spur of the moment, I'm going to come down and get tires?
Yeah, I didn't have a plan. I got tight there, so I came down, took 2, and just didn't have enough time.
So I was talking to Chris just a second ago. You guys are actually in a pretty heated points battle. And after you guys showing a pretty good performance out there on the track, what's your plan of attack going forward for the rest of the season?
Just try to finish ahead of them, and that's really all I can do.
All right, man. I love it. Simple. Love it. Just finish ahead of them. All right, man. Hey, coming home in second tonight. Great points tonight for that number 68. Who we got to shout out for the number 68?
I got to thank the guys at TrueSimProductions and Crooked Line Racing, and I got to thank my family.
All right, man. Hey, congratulations again on second place, and we'll see you next week.
Yep, thank you.
That was your second place finisher, Aaron Raymond. Very short and sweet and to the point. We love it here. We love it here. Now, we got to talk to the man of the hour. Once again, coming home in victory lane is Brian Zimmerman in the number 28. And, Brian, I asked Aaron if he would have gotten around Carroll just a couple of laps sooner if he thought he'd had the win. Now, he thinks if he had 5 laps, he would have caught you. What's your thoughts on it?
I think he's probably right. He had fresh tires. He was coming up through the field. Him and Carroll racing side by side really helped me out a lot. Let me get out there a little bit. I got out 0.8 while they were side by side there. Carroll's tires, he'd come up through the field and he'd wore that right rear out pretty solid. He got within 0.3 of me, but he was really having to wear that right rear out. His tires had kind of equalized after a few cautions. Raymond's were still fresh, and he was coming. So if he'd have got around Carroll quicker, I think that, he might have.
What's your strategy going into tonight? Because you get a quick caution, come down pit road, or were you just kind of playing it by ear basically?
Yeah, my plan coming into the night, I knew that coming into the race, we only had about 55 to 60 laps of fuel in the tank. So my strategy was that first pit, I'm coming down pit road. We had a kind of a small field tonight, so I was a little afraid we might go green. So I came down pit road, took 5 gallons of fuel, also put some weight in the rear, really helped balance the car out for me. I had contemplated coming back down pit road about lap 50, and we had the caution on lap 58, and I didn't come. And then by then I'd said I'm not pitting. And then once Raymond went down pit road and we took the lead, I was not coming down pit road unless we lost the lead. So yeah, that first pit stop was because we couldn't make it on fuel, and I wanted to make sure I had enough in the tank. Once we got back in the back there, we came up through the field pretty quick. We got up to 4th within just 5 or 6 laps, and then a couple of those guys pitted, and we was 1 and 2 most of the night. So that was pretty much the plan. Pump, get fuel, and then possibly get tires late, but we went ahead and went the whole 100 laps on the same set of tires.
Well, hey, man, you're coming home with another win in Crooked Line. Who you got a shout out on, number 28?
I definitely want to thank those guys at Top Hat Comics that's been sponsoring us in the league. BAM Racing. If y'all have never checked that out on YouTube, definitely check out that. That's a great channel. One of our drivers runs that runs in the leagues with us. So check out BAM Racing. Thank those guys. Thank Tanner Marr for throwing on the leagues for us. He does all this. And of course, you, Sam, in the booth. I thank those guys over at Pit Lizard that I run with on these nights. At Crooked Line, we like running with those boys. So thank them. And thank my brother-in-law, Andrew, my sister, Samantha, and nephew, Brody. They're always watching. And of course, my wife, Amanda, for let me race and always been a great wife.
All right, man. Congratulations on taking home another win. We'll see you again next week.
Thank you, Sam. Appreciate it. We'll see you later, man.
And that was your race winner, Brian Zimmerman, ladies and gentlemen. And that's going to do it for us here tonight on TrueSimProductions. I'm going to go ahead and get your race results up on the screen. Brian Zimmerman, your race winner. Aaron Raymond, second. Chris Carroll, third. The Wild Man coming home in fourth. And Metler rounds out your top five. The rest of your results are on the screen. Big shout out to BAM Racing Videos for sponsoring the series. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be live once again here on Friday night for the Front Row Esports League. So I hope y'all tune into that. Link will be up either tonight or tomorrow, more likely tomorrow night. So keep an eye out for that. Share it out to whoever you got to share it out to. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'm going to get out of here. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one, everybody.